Hi guys, it's Rockin' Robin from CookingMexicanRecipes.com, and today I'm going to be showing you how to cut into a baby Thai coconut. Now if you've never done this before, you may be wondering, or you've seen them in the stores and you're like, how do I cut that thing open? It looks like it's too hard. Well, it's really not too hard at all, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So hang in there and I'll be right back. In order to cut up a baby Thai coconut, you're going to need a couple things. A nice sturdy knife. I have an 8-inch chef's knife here, and it has a very thick blade, so it doesn't really bend too easily. I have another knife that I usually use when I'm cutting up stuff, but it's a much thinner knife. I love that knife, and I don't want to take a chance on damaging it by cutting this open. So you'll need that and a cutting board, and that's pretty much it. When you go to pick out your baby Thai coconut, give it a little shake. Now you shouldn't hear anything at all. Now, obviously you know there's some liquid in there, but if you hear it sloshing around, that could mean that it's leaking, and it may be contaminated because of it. So give it a shake, make sure you don't hear anything sloshing around, and you know you've got a good one. All right, so as you know, these are covered in plastic. And the reason they do that is because they have been sprayed with a bunch of fungicides and chemicals and stuff, so you really don't want to touch it. So when we cut this open, we're going to go ahead and leave that on. We're not going to take it off. We're just going to cut right over it. That way we just minimize our contact with all the chemicals and stuff. Okay, so we're going to get started here. Now I want you to notice this line right across here. So when we cut the coconut, I'm going to be coming in to make my cut about 1 inch from that line, all the way around. So we're going to remove the husk in this area here. All right, and we're going to leave that plastic wrap on there, and I'm just going to start cutting. And you're going to find that your knife hits the hard coconut shell, and so it'll just glide right over. So we're just going to remove all that husk and reveal that hard coconut shell. So just rotate your coconut around and just cut it. You know, you put a little muscle into it. And just keep doing it until you can't get any more off. Like right here, it's right down to the coconut shell. All right, once you do that, there's a couple different ways to do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use right here the heel of my knife, and I'm going to probe. I'm going to probe for a little opening here. It's going to kind of give. There it is. Nice. I've got a little crack right here. It's always maybe a little better to use the heel. Be very careful when you do this. Get your heel of your knife in there because it's much stronger, and then the top piece just kind of peels right off, just like that. Now this coconut is full of coconut water, and you want that coconut water to be very clear. So what I'm going to try and do here is I'm going to put a glass. I have a big enough glass here to put over the hole, and I'm going to flip it over and pour all that coconut water into the glass. Either that or you could just put a straw in there. All right, here we go. Let's hope we can get this in. We spilt some. We actually had more coconut water than the size of my glass would hold, so a little bit of a spill there, but that's okay. Usually these coconuts don't have quite so much in them. Usually it's about 10 ounces. But this one, as you can see, is quite full. Now you want to make sure this is nice, pretty clear coconut water. If it's pink or purplish, that means it's no good. It's kind of turning bad, and I wouldn't recommend eating it. And you're going to want to look inside here and make sure that your coconut meat is white and not pink or purple. And I think you'll notice too, with the young Thai coconuts, this meat is very soft. And it's a lot different than the more mature coconuts, which is very thick and hard. Okay, so now that I've kind of cleaned up my mess a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and take out the coconut meat. So I have a little spatula here. This is a plastic, it's actually from Vitamix, I believe, and it has some stiffness to it, and so you can scrape off the coconut meat. And what you want to do with it, what I like to do with it, is it's okay to leave some of that brown stuff on there, is I just place it in a, because I'm not usually using it right away, but I'll put it into a Ziploc bag, and then I will freeze it and use it for smoothies. So you just take, if you don't have a spatula like this, you can take a spoon and just work it around the coconut meat. It really isn't too difficult to get out. And you don't get a whole lot out of it because it's not, you know, being young and all, it's not that thick. You know, you can see here that the thickness of the coconut meat is quite thin. And it makes wonderful smoothies. It's a great thing to add to your smoothies. So this is about how much you get out of it. But this stuff is really good. It has a nice flavor to it. And like I said, it's very soft. You know, it's almost gelatinous. So that's pretty much all there is to it, guys. Just take your time, be careful with the knife, and make sure that, like when I said, when you pick out the coconut, make sure that you don't hear any jostling around in there, the liquid's not moving. It just should sound silent, totally silent. And that way you know it's not leaking, remember? And so that's it. And you know, it's really healthy for you to eat. Coconuts are great. They're the liquid. I like to use, like I said, my water for smoothies. It's got a lot of electrolytes in there, vitamins, minerals, really healthy for you. Same with the meat. I love to toss it right in there with my smoothie, and it blends up beautifully. All right, I hope you give this a try. I hope this helps you out. And yeah, next time you're in the grocery store, check out those baby Thai coconuts. Thanks for watching. Be sure and subscribe to my channel and head on over to my website at cookingmexicanrecipes.com, where I have more Mexican food recipes that you can cook at home. Thanks for watching. I forgot to take a taste. Ah, that is so delicious and refreshing. Has a mild coconut flavor, and it's sweet, so it's delicious. Give it a go.